Hey everyone, it's been a little while since I did, but today we're back again with the Zord Ascension Project to review the Dragonzord. Packaging, just like the original, is very nice looking. It's got the Dragonzord battle mode front face, and then, the whole blah blah blah. I kind of wish it was just the Dragonzord face instead of this mode, but that's okay. The side of the box got the Dragonzord. Back of the box got the Dragonzord, the Mega Dragonzord, Dragonzord battle mode, Green Ranger, missiles, blah blah blah. Another picture of the Dragonzord. And then I'm going to always show the inserts in these app ones because they're really cool. So I normally don't even bother, but I have to with these. So here we have a very nice image of the Dragonzord fighting the Megazord, which that scenario never really happened because the one time they fought the Megazord kind of destroyed the Dragonzord. So... And then just like with the original Dino Megazord one, they have the same thing. Green Ranger, Dragonzord, coin. You can take it out and all the pieces are in there, blah, blah, blah. So, the packaging is very nice on these. Almost the best part of the figures. I don't know why that they put the... I mean, I like the boxes. I'm glad they do put it in the box, but I'd rather that effort be put into the figures. But, it's neither here nor there. So... Speaking of which, here is the Dragonzord. And it is a nice-looking Dragonzord, for sure. I do like how he looks. How he feels is a little bit of a different story. We'll get there. So it does look like the Dragonzord. It looks like it wants to light up. It doesn't. None of them have lit it up since the original. Articulation-wise, before we go over anything else, he has a ball joint on his ankles, which I had to crack as soon as I got it out because it was very stiff, but it goes all the way around. I kind of wish this part wasn't as raised up because it's hard to get him to sit straight with his foot, but in and out up here, forward and back. He's got a knee. Does he have a knee? Yeah, he should. Yeah, he has a knee there. Head doesn't move at all. Has a little bit of an ab crunch. Wrist turn. Arms don't really move. I mean, you can move them for transformation, but they don't bend like the Soul Chocoman did. Tail, as usual, is great. Up, down, and here, each section's a ball joint. They've been doing that since the Legacy one. It's nothing really to freak out about anymore. But he does look good. I will say that. He does look good. If you open up here, you have Tommy in the cockpit, which only happened, like, what, twice? Once or twice, maybe? Wasn't very common. Accessory-wise, he actually has a lot. So he has the stand for the staff. 2 extra hands for the robot mode, or the combined mode. Relaxed hands. This is actually really cool. Missile firing hands. That's actually really cool. I do like that. 2 little mini Green Ranger figures. One with the Dragon Dagger, one in his pose. I don't know why there's 2. I think that's stupid. 2 options parts for the Mega Dragonzord mode. And then 2 missile pods. We actually just plug directly into his hands. Which is pretty cool. The hands, just like ever since the Legacy, you pop them off the ball joint. And you put on the new one, which one of my issues with this guy is how hard the ball joints are to change. They're really tight, so there you go. Usually, I do use the relaxed hands. On this guy, I don't bother because he has so much functionality with this that I just, like with the missiles, and I don't even bother with the changing hand. If we're going to do a size comparison, there's really only one thing we should compare him with size-wise. So let's go ahead. Here's the Zap Megazord. Let's get the bolt into the frame here. Yeah. As always, the Megazord is a lot bigger. A lot bigger. But, you know, that's how it needs to work for the way they transform. So, Megazord kind of has to be bigger. Speaking of how they transform, let's go ahead and do that. So, to get this guy prepped, we'll start with the Megazord. We're going to do the Dragonzord battle mode first. Or Dragonzord fighting mode, I should say. Or, what's it called? Go Ryujin? Energy Ranger? I don't know. Let's get him all split apart. Get those guns off. Take his weapons out. Take Poor. Pterodactyl off. And then take off the legs of the Megazord. I don't need to show you that. I've shown you how to transform this guy before. So we'll put everything to the side. So we're going to need the arms, legs, and the Dragonzord. So let's get to transforming the Dragonzord. So we're going to take off his tail. You can collapse it, but you can't really use the full tail. I'm assuming it collapses fully for when Titanus comes out. And they indirectly confirm Titanus coming out. I'll explain that in a second. So we pop that off. And this is the only piece we're going to be needing. So this will just go to the side. Which is kind of frustrating. They don't even give you the option to use the full tail. Like, even the Soul Chogokin one gave you the option to use the full tail if you wanted to. So, anyway. Just fold this joint up. Straighten the legs out. And separate this. Unlike every other version, this doesn't just fly out. It is connected. Which I have a QC problem with mine, which I'll show you. So on mine, this clip is bent incorrectly. So, it's annoying. So close it back together. Fold this piece in like that. Close his mouth. Now, if you try to open the mouth again, it's going to take the whole face with it no matter what you do. So if you want to just open the mouth, you actually got to pry it loose like that. And I don't like that at all. It's never been that hard. So I don't know. I don't know what happened here. I'll separate this, which is harder to do than it should be. And then line it up, which again is harder to do than it should be. I've never had this much issue doing this on any other Dragonzord. This is just a very smooth transition. But there we go. Up, up. Then fold these joints down. There we go. Also, when you separate this, getting those hands out is such a pain in the ass. There's a lot of things on this figure that frustrate me. So we're just gonna plug this in right there. And then the Dragonzord Fighting Mode's face will come down. And then just plug the legs in. And there we have the Dragonzord in fighting mode, or they sometimes call it the Mega Dragonzord because Mighty Morphin was really bad about that. But you're going to plug the stand into the chest piece. And then plug the tail into the chest piece, which is harder to do than it should be. Oh, and also this piece, for some reason, can come off. I don't know if it's supposed to, but it came off on mine. Day I got the damn thing. And then the standle comes out of there. And there you go. And I mean, this mode does actually look pretty good. And doesn't have the looseness in the knee, in the leg joints like the Tyrannosaurus does. So he's actually a lot more stable. Which is good. Which is actually a very good thing. In hindsight, I don't really care for this guy all that much. Because the leg joints really started to frustrate me. And, yeah. I like how it looks. I like how it plays. I don't like its posability because the leg joints are so loose. Anyway. This guy has the opposite problem. Whereas everything is way too tight to fold together. I've never had this much issue putting the chest piece together for the Dragonzord fighting mode. I've never had so much issue getting the arms back out. Yeah. It does look good, though. I like how it looks. So if you take that hand off, and you turn this around, and you take this hand, and you unplug this, it takes some doing, but it is possible. I've done it. I know it's possible. There we go. Like, you can actually get him to dual wield this. And admittedly, that does look pretty cool. It would be cooler if he could turn his head, but I don't think it's ever going to be possible for the Dragonzord to turn his head. I don't even think he could turn his head in the show, so. But I do think that of all the modes that this figure has, the Dragonzord fighting mode is the best of the best of them, for sure. It's nowhere near as frustrating as the regular Dragonzord was. And it's also not as awkward looking as the Legacy one. The Legacy one is very awkward looking at the end of the day. Because it's... Anyway. It's not here nor there. So, to get him into the Mega Dragonzord, we're gonna get the Megazord back to normal. We'll come back to the Dragonzord. There we go. So it was... All you had to do was literally put a lock on here, like the original Megazord. And it wouldn't have been anything. But... Anyway. Woo. So, now. If we fold these guys down... Fold down the tail, and let's extend these legs out a little bit, kind of just like this old Jugum. Then take your Dragonzord here, separate this, and plug it in like that. Push the mouth up, push this down, which does not push this up, which does not go all the way up, unlike every other version of the Dragonzord. That does not go all the way up. So now we pull this out and we push these clips in, fold these down, push these back down. And then getting this thing lined up is way more difficult than it should be. Okay, there we go. Woo. No, nope, nope, not all the way in, not all the way in, not all the way in. Oh my God. Okay. The way this works is it's supposed to clip in right there. 90% of the time, it does not clip in. It's supposed to, but it doesn't. I've got it to clip in, but it fights me almost every single time I try to do this. There we go. That was annoying. Oh, that was so annoying. So yeah, there we go. There's the Mega Dragonzord. If you want to, you can plug these pieces on. Which the first time I did this, that didn't go in right, and this whole thing started popping in half. So, I mean, you can do that if you really wanted to. But I don't know why you'd want to. And you can't even let him hold, like, the Legacy version, you could kind of get him to hold the staff. Here, I guess he kind of can. But it's not going to really work. Unless you do something like this. Then it might work. I don't know. It's not like he ever did that in the show anyway. It's not like his mode was used much in the show. But yeah, nah. You can, if you want to, plug these guys in. Oh, and back here, you can see that port right there. Unless that's for Titanus, that has no reason to exist. Can you plug this in? No, you can't. You can't actually plug this. You cannot plug the chest piece into the legs. But you can plug the tail in. Is that what that's for? I don't know. I don't know if you can. I don't think you can plug this guy in. So you can't actually plug this in. That's... Oh, wait a minute. That's what that's for. Okay. So, there you go. Slides into that joint. I thought that was for Titanus. Never mind. I am fooled. I didn't look at the instructions for this guy's another transform Dragonzord. But, so on all seriousness, this guy actually frustrated me. The joint tolerances are too tight, so they don't connect right. It's a pain in the ass to even get him in the head. Getting him out is even more annoying. You gotta disconnect everything. Getting the arms out after you transform back. After this video, I'm gonna be annoyed, but you have to pull the arms out is really tight. Getting him off of him is really tight, and really frustrating to do because it's disassemble way too many things. And this figure is just frustrating. If you just want it as the Dragonzord, then go ahead and pick it up. If you want to complete a Lightning Collection Ultrazord, you kind of got to get it. Honestly, right now, I would just kind of avoid the Zap line, especially if you have the this Ultra Goku stuff, because this is not better. This is, in a lot of ways, a step backwards. I do like these more than, say, the Legacy ones, because I do think they look better and they're actually fun to handle to a degree. Like, a lot more. Like, I'd rather handle this than the Legacy one because at least it's stable. But there are tolerances on there that are just frustrating. And, I mean, they look cool. Like, it looks really cool. But it doesn't feel very good. You know what I mean? So, regardless, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you for the next one. Take care.